right, guys, we're on day 2 with Pro Tile, Douglas, and Edward. What are we doing today, guys?
So we're working on an exterior today, and it was washed last week, and there was a soft wash that was done yesterday on the roof, and it's going really well.
All right, it's looking good. The weather's good. The wind is low, and we're looking forward to getting a couple coats on the front of the house and getting a good day in here.
And pretty boys in town.
All right.
See you guys at lunch. So what are we doing?
We're going to go over some of the rusted spots with a cover stain primer to block, you know, the rust from coming through the latex finish.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you got a little bit of rust coming down from the gutter, huh?
Yeah, and moisture. So I have to see, maybe the gutters needs to be empty. Let me look.
And then you guys power washed it last week.
Yeah.
And these darker spots are really from the owner.
Yeah, I'm trying to touch up with the wrong paint.
But it's not a primer, he used the paint, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Frank, and I hired these boys because they're the best around, and everything is word of mouth. They did my garage, and they did a beautiful job, and I expect the same thing on the house. and it will be right.
Frank's an old Army guy, retired, and you were a lineman for the county, right? Like the Glenn Campbell song, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I was a lineman, yeah.
20-year lineman, 30-year lineman?
30, a little over 30, yeah.
I'm going to be here watching with Frank, make sure these guys do a good job.
But, oh, they will.
They will. They're just kidding.
They just did my roof.
Soft wash the roof?
Yeah.
We're spray painting aluminum siding that's been cleaned, de-chalked. So we're gonna spray 2 coats in the same day, just sections. That's how we do the house.
And we're using
Charlemagne's Resilience.
And what are we spraying it with?
We have a Graco airless, and we're probably gonna use a 515 tip.
A little throat seal, and then we're using the 495, right?
Right.
Graco, and then I love what these guys are doing. They keep it contained in the Cambro. So in case this thing leaks or hose leaks, less likely, you know, we're going to be cleaning this off a sidewalk or grass or whatever. You know. This is great. It's got wheels on it. Like Douglas said, if he wants to, he can just put the 5 right in there. Good to go.
Of the siding here, and then I'll put some tape upside down under here and put paper, because the foundation we're not painting. He'll paint that himself, part of the contract.
And this is one of the first aluminum houses in the area.
Right.
Where the hell are we?
We are in Vineland, New Jersey.
And that's considered southern New Jersey, right?
Right.
Okay. Which is totally different than northern. It's more agricultural, more farms.
A lot of farmland. We're 35 minutes from Ocean City, from the beach, and about the same to Philly.
So southern Jersey has a lot of crops, and what do we got around us?
We got, you know, our predominant resource, one of our predominant resources is fresh produce, which is why the Garden State is called the Garden State.
I didn't know that.
So we have, you know, eggplant, tomatoes, sweet corn, anything you can grow in your garden, we grow in large amounts here. So here we are trying to, you know, mask up for spraying, and I like to put blue down first because it removes easily, but still sticks down, and then I use blue to tack up my plastic, but then I'll come back with a high tack and cover that up because blue on blue doesn't like to stick. So then I'll come in and cover that up.
Is that considered a masking tape?
It's Scotch painter's tape.
Oh, okay.
So blue doesn't like to stick to itself,
yeah,
but blonde can stick to the blue.
Ooh, love it. Tricks of the trade, baby.
All right, so a lot of guys I've seen, and I used to do this too, back before we had flake-free plastic. We just used painter's plastic, cut it, and shoved it under there, which is fine. But
it's kind of cleaner, it's kind of nicer. I learned from Alex, Brushwork,
Hey, Alex.
that there's, when you cut it, there's little edges there, and then you can kind of just...
Oh my God, that's right.
You can kind of just take your
that's great.
off.
Thanks, Alex.
That was
That's
an
pretty.
incredible piece of knowledge. So, when you buy a hide spray shield, they give you this little handle, but a lot of people don't know you can use Wooster poles, not purdy poles. They don't fit. I've tried, and you can screw it onto here.
Oh yeah. You got a different tool.
Yeah. So then now I can, set it on top of the gutter or whatever else.
You're gonna hit the spray pattern again. See if we like what we see. Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
You happy with it?
Yeah.
Douglas's wife Susan made us some lunch. They call her the lunch lady. I don't call her that.
Yeah, she named herself, so I never got myself in trouble over that.
Okay, we're gonna have a nice lunch in the house. What do we got?
Nice lunch meat sandwich on Kaiser roll.
And the
Here.
best news is, first coat is done on the house. Looking good. All right, guys, we're here. We're at Pretty Boy Pros. The Bucket Talk, the 10 gallons in the truth, the contractor's confession. You're the 5th contractor. Been great working with you the last couple days. So I got to ask you guys, as Pro-Tall son and dad team here, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I actually believe I'm starting to wind down with Pro-Tall New Jersey, we'll call it. In the next 5 to 10 years, I expect to back off quite a bit because I'm losing the best helper I ever had and changed my life and the business tremendously. And he's going to be moving on. So I'm going to scale down a little bit in New Jersey, and actually we're on the exterior that we're on right now is my final 2-story paint job. So we're going to start to say selectively no thank you, and so I'm going to start to slow down a little bit, maybe pick up a helper for a few years, but I'm looking towards retirement really within the next 5 or 10 years. So that's my future. I'm going to be 60 this year, so But I also hope to help Edward one day in Pennsylvania. In my twilight years,
Old painters never die, they just do 1-story houses, right?
Right. I'll go with that.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what we work out of this cluttered garage, but we kind of know where everything is, power washing and what else?
Yeah,
my
trim
best
work,
tool.
best tool, grill when you need it, all the backup paints. Dad's side and son's side. I love this. Hey, look, it's reality, right?
It was fun to hand that over to him. And, he's done well with it. It's kind of fun. You got to give him something to grow in, and he's outgrown me now.
All right, we're going for round 2.
All right. Make a noise.
Oh yeah!
Yeah! Oh yeah! Ta-da!
So now that we finished the front, we're taking some time while that dries to strategize our next piece. And it just kind of helps us to not have some sleepless nights and thoughts when we're trying to rest and be home. It's important to take some time to strategize the next day so you can really enjoy that rest.
And what is your decision going to be based on? Where the sun's going to be at when you get here?
It should be early enough in the morning, by 8:30, get right to it before the sun gets too hot here. And it should be, the dew wasn't too bad this morning. Moisture on the siding wasn't bad. So this is a good, reasonable bite for tomorrow.
And right now, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, well, I had plans to stay around here, but I met my best friend in all of my life online, and she lives in Hershey, Pennsylvania area. So I had to kind of rethink my plans about 2 years ago. So the plan is that I'm going to be moving to the Hershey, Pennsylvania area and starting my own branch of Protol from the ground up. And my crazy dream is that down the road that, Dad can join me again just because and be a part of the operations because, we worked hard and built this together. All right, so here's the inside of the spray shed. It's tight in here, but a machine area, a wipe-off board for figuring, discussing. Here's a stick from Jason, XC Painter. Awesome note. So some stuff from Marla. All the stickers. Dragonfly sent me that. Painter Solution sent me that. Kind of things that people have sent.
Most important sticker of all.
Oh yeah.
Look at that right side. It's a pretty boy Protol.
And this is kind of a workshop mixing.
So day 2, we're on the southeast exposure of the house. What's our goal today?
To get the back of the house completely masked and sprayed twice, and no overspray.
And then we're gonna bring in a bucket up here. What do you call it?
Right, a bucket lift of some sort we're going to rent for the upper sections.
Upper sections?
We're kind of spoiled. It's in the budget, so.
No, it's okay. And say hi, Edward.
Hey, what's
all
up,
right.
everybody? So we're in between coats, and I pressured down and took the guard off. This is a Tri-Tech guard. The plastic part I just pulled off because it was kind of getting gunky and stuff. So in between coats, I'm going to address these issues. Sometimes I use Pretty Boy or use Crud Cutter to, keep things in tip-top shape for the next round.
Just getting in the business, what kind of is the secret to success here? With 2 generations, you guys want to share that?
I would say if you're starting from the ground up is don't spend a whole lot of money on equipment initially, rent power washers and just take it slow and build your clientele, up and go with quality and take your time and just bring your passion to the people. They know that you care about them, and although you have to still make the hard calls, making good decisions daily is critical. And don't work on weekends if you can help it. I don't try to cross anybody, but if you can protect your weekends, your family is really important. So also balance your work and play. We always say work hard, play hard.
All right, it's been a great couple days at Pro Tall. Edward and Douglas, thanks. Frank, the owner here. It's been beautiful here in Vineland, New Jersey. Please subscribe if you like the channel. Take care.